my name is Shah Vidhi. I am a student pursuing BCom from SDJ International College. Today I am going to explain you a topic of corporate accounting, that is distribution of capital deficiency in the case of joint stock company. I will explain you the whole topic in three different parts. Firstly, I will explain you what is capital deficiency. Secondly, I will make you understand that how does it takes place. And thirdly, I will give you the solution of that, how to deal with such problem. So let's start from the first point. When the liquidator sells all the assets, he pays the debts and returns the share capital. But if he does not have enough money to make the payments to all parties in full, the difference is called capital deficiency. Now the second part, that in which situation such kind of problem takes place. There are three important situations where such problems takes place. Number 1, when the money on hand is not enough to make payment to unsecured creditors. Number 2, when all the debts are paid in full but the money is not enough to return the preference share capital. And number 3, when full payment is made to preference shareholders but money left is not enough for the repayment of paid up equity share capital in full. So basically it takes place when the company does not have enough money to pay back its all liabilities, including preference shareholders and equity shareholders. Now we will move further to the third point, that is solution of such problem. So basically we will solve the problem in 5 different steps. The first step, that we will firstly find out the surplus amount that is left for the company after making the last payment. Second step is to find out the amount that has to be returned yet. Now for the amount to be returned, we will add three things. First, the unpaid unsecured creditors, that the unsecured creditors which are yet to be paid. Second, preference share capital, and third, paid equity share capital. Third, now we will find out the capital deficiency. The capital deficiency is the amount that has to be returned from the surplus. That is, capital deficiency is equal to amount to be returned minus surplus. Number 4 point is distribution of capital deficiency. We will do this by dividing this capital deficiency between various types of equity shareholders. The proportion in which it is divided is the nominal value of various classes of the shares and not the paid up capital. If the face value of all the classes of equity shares is equal, then the deficiency and the amount will be divided in the proportion of numbers of shares. And the last point is the amount to be returned or called. Now for the amount to be returned, we will need capital deficiency amount. So for that we will take returned amount and deduct the called amount from it. That is the amount to be yet called. Then we will find out the amount to be returned. The amount to be returned is equal to paid up capital minus capital deficiency.